Hello children, in today's maths class we are going to continue with exercise 2.5, question number 3, where you have to express centimeter in meter and kilometer. If you compare centimeter with meter and kilometer, centimeter is smaller in comparison to meter and kilometer, right? So, just not to get confused whether to divide with 100 or multiply with 100, while moving from smaller unit to bigger unit, you have to divide, right? Otherwise, you can make two parts. Just you have to take the unit into which you are going to convert and the unit which is given as a question to be converted, right? Here centimeter has to be converted in meter and then in kilometer. So first let's take centimeter and meter. What's the value of 1 meter? If you compare meter with centimeter, then it's 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. Here you can see I have made two parts. 1 meter, 100 centimeter. Then how many centimeter is given to you? 5 centimeter, right under the centimeter part. 5 centimeter is equal to how many meters? So you can see you have to divide, when you cross multiply, you can see 5 ones are 5 multiplied by 1 divided by 100. So easily without any confusion you come to know what you have to do, whether you have to multiply or divide with. So 5 divided by 100, you have 2 zeros in the denominator. So what will you do when you are dividing any whole number with 100? Then you have to put the decimal point you have to start from right hand side after 2 digit, because 2 zeros are there. 100 has 2 zeros, so 2 decimal places should be there in the answer. So I'll write 5 first and then I'll count the place from behind, from right hand side. 1, 2. Now we don't have 2 digits over here. This number consists only 1 digit. So 5, 1 digit, and the missing digit for the second decimal place I'm going to put 0 in front of 5. Remember, you're not going to put 0 at the back or left hand side of 5, but towards the right hand side of 5 you will compensate the missing decimal place. So 1, 2, and then you put the point. So 5, 0, 0.0. So 0.05 meter. What will you write the unit? You will write meter at the back of the digit. Okay. So answer is 0.05 meter. Now same 5 centimeter has to be converted in kilometer. So our two parts will be centimeter and kilometer. Let's see. 1 kilometer is equal to 1 lakh centimeter. 1 kilometer is equal to 1 lakh centimeter. Now how many centimeter do we have? 5. So I will write below centimeter column 5 centimeter. Same way, smaller unit to bigger unit we are converting. So 5 divided by 1 lakh. So I have only 1 digit, and how many decimal places should be there after point? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 zeros, so 5. So I have 1 digit. So how many more zeros you have to put in the right hand side, towards the right hand side of 5? 4. So you can see 4 zeros I have placed in front of 5. And so total decimal places after point will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 0.00005 kilometer. You need not count this 0 which is placed in the place of integer, which we have put in the place of integer before decimal point. The 0 which we have put, it is by default, it has to be written like that. Okay. So we have expressed centimeter into meter and kilometer. Okay. Sum number 1 of question number 3, we did it. Similarly, we have to do the second sum of question number 3. So here we are with sum number 2 of question number 3. but the unit here is little different. Here you have to convert millimeter into centimeter, then into meter, and finally into kilometer. So here you can see same way, but the comparison between the two units are little different. Here millimeter has to be compared with centimeter. 1 centimeter, which is a bigger unit in comparison to millimeter, 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeter. Okay. Now how many millimeters we have to convert into centimeter? 35. So 35 millimeter we will divide by 10. Okay. And so as I told you, 1 0. And so when we convert this fraction in decimal form, we'll see how many zeros are there in the denominator place. 1 0. So after decimal point there should be one decimal place. We have 2-digit number 35. So from right hand side I will count one place and put the decimal point 1, and then I'll put point over here, so it's going to be 3.5. Now you can see 1 meter is equal to 1000 millimeter, because 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter and 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeter. So in all, 1 meter is equal to 1000 millimeter. 10 into 100 gives you 1000. Now what did I do? I divided 35 by 1000 as per the rule. Converting a smaller unit into bigger, you have to divide. Right? 35 divided by 1000, 2-digit number it is, but we have 3 zeros in the denominator place, so there should be in all 3 decimal places after decimal point. So to compensate that decimal place, missing decimal place, what I am going to do? I am going to put 0. So 0.035 meter. Right? Now the final one, millimeter into kilometer. Here we'll be dividing 35 by 10 lakhs. Okay, because 1 kilometer is equal to 10 lakh millimeter. So how many zeros? Finally we have 6 zeros. So 6 decimal places should be there. 2 are already there. So 4 places are missing. So we will put 4 zeros towards the right hand side of 35, and then you put the decimal point. So 0.00035 kilometer. Is that clear to you? So converting smaller unit into bigger unit, or bigger to smaller, is not that difficult. Only the thing is that you have to remember the comparison between the two units. Okay. Here we move on to question number 4. Express in kg. You can see in the first sum, gram has to be converted to kg, then gram again into kg, then we have kilogram and gram to be converted into kg. Okay, there are several ways of doing it, but here you can see what I have done. You are free to choose the method. You need not stick to the method I have showed you, or I am showing you. Okay, see, look here, 200 gram, and we know 1 kg. Gram and kilogram, when we compare, they belong to mass. Okay, both the units are of mass. So on comparing 1 kg with the gram, we have 1 kg is equal to 1000 gram. So as usual, 2 parts, kg and gram. 1 kg 1000 gram, and 200 gram we will not write under kg, but we will write under gram. Converting smaller to bigger unit, so we will divide 200 by 1000. Zeros we cut, 2 zeros from numerator and denominator cut. Actually it's 2 multiplied by 100, and it is 10 multiplied by 100. We have 100 as a common factor, so we just cancel out 100 from both the numbers, and so we have 2 and 10. You need not go into those confusing calculation. So when we have zeros at the back, in the numerator and denominator, we just cut it. So we have cancelled it, and what is remaining is 2 from the numerator and 10 from the denominator. So 2 by 10. So what are we going to do? 1 0, so 1 decimal place, so 0.2. What's the unit we have to write? Kg, because we have to express it in kilogram. Move on to the next number, 3470 grams. If I can tell you, in one step only you can do it. How many places do you require for gram? 3, because 1 kg is equal to 1000 gram, and we require 3 decimal places after the point. So from behind I will count 1, 2, 3, and I'll put the point over here. And so what will be my answer? It will be 3.470 kg. Understood? I can directly write, because I know 1000, 3 zeros are there. So from right hand side of the number I have to count 3 decimal place and put the point. Same thing you can do it over here directly. 1, 2, 3 point. So 0.200. So 3.470 kg, because it's only in grams. Okay, 3470 grams, here 200 grams. So directly we can do it. Here we have 4 kg 8 gram. 4 kg 8 gram, and you can see I have separated 8 gram. We have only 1 digit, whereas in grams we require 3 digits. So what am I going to do? 4 kg, it's okay, 4 will be written before the decimal point, that is 4 will take up the integer place. So 4 integer, that is 4 point. How many places are required after decimal point? 3 places, and we have only 1 digit in gram place. So 8 by 1000, that is the traditional way of doing it. 8 upon 1000, that's equal to 0.008. 4 plus 0.008 gives you 4.008 kg, or else you can write 4 point, 2 decimal places missing. So after point immediately we will put 2 zeros and then we will put 8. 4.008 kg. Now move on to next question. Write the following decimal numbers in expanded form. Very simple it is. 20.03, 22. Here 2 is in tens place, so 2 multiplied by 10, plus 0 is in ones place, so 0 multiplied by 1, plus after point the number immediately after the decimal point takes up the tenths place. Tenths, not tens place, it is tenths, that is 1 upon 10. So 0 multiplied by 1 upon 10, then plus 3 multiplied by 1 upon 100. It holds hundredths place. So 20 plus these numbers become 0. So you can write directly 20 plus 3 by 100. This is the expanded form of 20.03. Expanded form of 20.03. Move on to next one. 2.03. 2 holds ones place. So 2 multiplied by 1. Then plus 0 multiplied by 1 by 10. Plus 3 multiplied by 1 by 100. Move on to the next step. 2 plus 3 by 100, because this becomes 0. Okay. Similarly, we have carried out for the third and fourth expanded form. Okay. And now we move on to The sixth question, write the place value of 2 in the following decimal numbers. You have to mention the place value of 2 only. Okay, so here you have to search out 2 in all the numbers. So in first case 2.56. So what's the place value of 2? Place value of 2 is just 2 because it holds ones place. 2 ones are 2. Here 2 holds the tens place, so 20. You need not look at this, you only have to see the digit before the decimal point. 20, it holds tens place, so it's 20. Now here in this case 2 holds the tenths after decimal point, that is tenths place. So 2 multiplied by 1 by 10 gives you 2 upon 10. Here 2 holds the hundredths place, so 2 upon 100. And here it holds the thousands place, so 2 by 1000. So that's how you are going to answer question number 6, writing the place value of 2 in the given decimal numbers. We have come to the last part of the exercise, that is word problems, question number 8 and question number 9. Shyama bought 5 kg 300 gram apples and 3 kg 250 gram mangoes. So 2 fruits Shyama has purchased. Now we move on to the next person, Sarla. She bought 4 kg 800 gram oranges and 4 kg 150 gram bananas. Who bought more fruits? Both the girls have purchased fruits, and that too 2 fruits each, 2 types of fruits each. Shyama apple and mangoes and Sarla oranges and bananas. So we have to find out who has purchased more fruits. So in that case, what will you do? You will add up the fruits purchased by Shyama, and then you will add up the fruits purchased by Sarla, and then you will compare both the sum, both the totals. Okay, so total fruits bought by Shyama, calculate 5.30. I have converted 5 kg 300 gram in decimal. I have expressed in decimal form, decimal number. So kg goes before the decimal point and grams goes after the decimal point. 5.300 kg apples and 3.250 kg mangoes. When you add it, you get, addition is as simple as the other whole numbers we add. So 8.550 kg fruits Shyama has purchased. Now similarly we'll move on for the total quantity of fruits purchased by Sarla. 8.950 kg fruits. Reading of decimal numbers, remember we don't read like this 8.950 kg. No, it's wrong way of reading. After the decimal point we read the digits individually. It's like this, 8.950 kg. Okay, it's 8.950 kg fruits. Now you compare 8.550 is bigger or 8.950 is bigger. So 8.950 is larger than 8.550. So Sarla has purchased more fruits in comparison to Shyama. So you have got the answer to the question asked to you in question number 8. Now we move on to question number 9. How much less is 28 kilometer than 42.6 kilometer? Here you can see how did I read it. The digits before the decimal point we read normally as we read the other integers or whole numbers or natural numbers. 42.6. Here it's 28 kilometer. I don't have any digits after decimal point, that is, I don't have any digits of meters in the first case, that is 28 kilometer. So when I'm going to express it in kilometer in decimal form, then for kilometer I have 28, for meter I'm going to put 0.0. So here you can see I have to compare, I have to just subtract to get how much less. Okay, so 42.6 kilometer is bigger. 42.6 kilometer minus 28 I am going to put under the integer part. So 42.6 minus 28.0, and I've got 14.6 kilometer. So this much less is going to be 28 kilometer from 42.6 kilometer. So that's the end of exercise 2.5. Next we are coming up with exercise 2.6 and 2.7. 2.6 is all about multiplying the whole numbers with 10, 100 and 1000. Multiplying whole numbers with 10, then multiplying the whole numbers with 100, or multiplying the whole number with 1000, and a whole number with a decimal number. 2.7 is also that exercise where we are going to divide. But before we move on to 2.7, let's see what 2.6 exercise tells you. Okay, so here you can see exercise 2.6. Now, before we go through all the sums, I would like to tell you, here the exercise is very easy, and I'm going to explain you few sums. I'm going to solve it for you, but rest of the sums you are going to do it as a self practice, and it's compulsory, because when I'm going to collect your classwork notebook, that is the practice notebook or the notebook which you are writing all the sums for checking, that time you will find it difficult if you don't solve the sums along with the explanation. If you leave it to do it later on, then you will never be able to complete it. So it's better once you watch the video, then you open PDF, see the method, copy down the sums which I have done it for you, and then the sums which I have left it for your practice, you do it immediately, so that you don't have to face any kind of problem in the later. See, there are two methods when you multiply a whole number with a decimal number. One, you can go like this: 0.2, remove the decimal, convert the decimal number expression into a fraction 1. After point we have one decimal place, so 10 we will put below 2. 2 by 10 multiplied by 6, and then 2 6 are 12, 12 by 10, 1 0. So you count from right hand side one digit and put the point. Or else, very simple, multiply, simple multiplication, 2 6 are 12. And how many decimal places there? You count. Here you have one decimal place. So finally in the answer we have to put we have to leave one decimal place after the decimal point. So from right hand side we'll count one digit and then you put the point. So 1.2 will be the final answer. Directly from here to here you can jump. It's your choice. Okay. Now you can see the second sum, 8 multiplied by 4.6. So you can do 46 multiplied by 8. Here also you have only one decimal place. Here you don't have any decimal place. So in all we have one decimal place. So in the answer from behind, from right hand side we will count one digit and put the point. From right hand side we have to count, shift it towards the, you're not shifting it, actually you're putting the decimal point in this case. Otherwise you have a procedure. 4.6, that means one decimal place, so you will remove the point and put 10 in the denominator place. 46 by 10, 8 into 46 you do, you have, in both the cases you have to multiply, right, and divide by 10, put point just before 8, leaving one digit, so 36.8. You don't have to count it from here, but you have to count it from right hand side, not from the left hand side, but from the right hand side of the number you have to count the decimal place and put the decimal point. Similarly you have to do 4, 5, 6 and 7, and I have also done the third sum for you. Okay, and these are the sums for self practice. Here you have the word problem, right? Find the area of rectangle whose length is 5.7 centimeter and breadth is 3 centimeter, right? Area, you know, formula of area of rectangle will be length into breadth, so you have to multiply 5.7, which is the length, with the breadth 3 centimeter. Multiplication, as I explained you can multiply simply and put the decimal point. Here you have only one decimal place, count the number of decimal place and put the decimal point from the right hand side of the number. So I have counted from right hand side of the number 1 and then I have put decimal point. 17.1 square centimeter is the area of the given rectangle. Okay, now we come with multiplying a decimal number with 10. Then we will have a question where you are going to multiply with 100 and then with 1000. So in this question I have just solved few for you and the rest I have kept it for self practice. So children, please don't complain. It's not a request actually. I would say there is no need of complaining कि भाई टीचर ने सारे सम्स करके नहीं दिए. ये सारे सम्स बहुत ही आसान है, इसलिए मैंने कुछ करके दिए, कुछ आप प्रैक्टिस करो. ओके, मैथ्स इज़ नॉट अ मैटर ऑफ मगिंग अप. आप इसको लर्न बाय हार्ट नहीं कर सकते. जिस तरह से आप पोएम करते हो या फिर कोई क्वेश्चन आंसर करते हो, ये आपको समझ के ही करना होगा और बहुत ही आसान है. And I'm not telling you that you have to stick to the method I'm teaching you. You can also follow the method if somebody is there at home to teach you in your own language. Okay, you are free to choose the method. Okay, let's begin with multiplying with 10. कुछ नहीं करना है. 1.3 मतलब 13 by 10 multiplied by 10. 10 और 10 कैंसिल हो गए तो आंसर रहा 13. या तो फिर आप एक काम कर सकते हो, इसको स्किप कर दो. हम जब 10 से मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं तो हम देखो कि एक ही ज़ीरो है, तो ये जो डेसिमल पॉइंट है ये शिफ्ट हो जाएगा टूवर्ड्स विच साइड, लेफ्ट हैंड साइड. ये डेसिमल पॉइंट शिफ्ट होगा टूवर्ड्स द बैक साइड और द लेफ्ट हैंड. Sorry, it is going to shift towards the right hand side. It's a mistake, slip of tongue. It's not going to be towards the left hand side, but it's going to move towards right hand side. It will move how many digit? It depends on the zero we have multiplied. 10 has only one zero, so decimal point will move towards the right hand side one digit. So it's going to be 13. पॉइंट पीछे चला गया, 3 के बाद आ गया और ये हुआ आंसर 13.0. या तो फिर 13 या तो फिर सिर्फ लिख सकते हो 13.0 या 13. ओके, अब देखो यहाँ पे 36.8 मल्टीप्लाइड बाई 10. तो हमने क्या किया, ट्रेडिशनली इस डेसिमल पॉइंट को रिमूव किया, एक ही प्लेस है, सो हम 10 से डिवाइड करेंगे. 10 मल्टीप्लाई, यहाँ पे 10 से मल्टीप्लाई हुआ है. 10 and 10 gets cancelled, so you get 368. In other words, as you are multiplying with 10, only one digit it will move towards the right hand side. So ये पॉइंट खिसक के इस तरफ आ गया, तो हो गया आपके पास 368. उसके बाद आप पॉइंट लगाओ चाहे ना लगाओ. अगर पॉइंट लगाते हो तो फिर आपको 0 in the decimal place लगाना होगा. Okay, otherwise you can write 368 because this 10 and this 10 gets cancelled. Okay, let's move. Let's see the 5th and the 7th sum, which has a similar number to be multiplied. In both the cases we have 100. Okay, 31.1 multiplied by 100. Traditionally what we have done, 311 by 10 multiplied by 100, 1 0 gets cancelled, 10 gets cancelled, remains 10 over here in the numerator place. So we have 311 multiplied by 10 gives you 3110. Or else, how many digits this decimal point is going to move towards the right hand side? As I told you, when you multiply by 10, 100 or 1000, the decimal point gets shifted towards the right hand side. So you have 2 zeros, so 2 digit it will move. 1 digit already is there. How many digit is remaining? 1 more digit. In that place we are going to put 0. The missing digit we are putting 0. You can skip 2 step. Shifting work you can do, carry out, and you can do it. Otherwise, without any mistake, you can conclude to the correct answer if you follow this method. Okay, decimal place 1, so divide by 10. यहाँ पे 2 डिजिट दिख रहे हैं, सो डिवाइड बाय 100. यहाँ पे क्वेश्चन में तो मल्टीप्लाई कर ही रहे हो आप 100 से. ये 100 और ये 100 कट हो गया, सो यू हैव 4307. यहाँ पे देखिए 0.03 मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 1000, 2 डेसिमल प्लेसेस, सो 100 आप लगाओगे उसके नीचे, 3 के नीचे, मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 1000, 2 zeros कट हो गए, रहा 3 multiplied by 10, so 3 tens are 30. So hope you have understood, right? But still, if you have any doubt, you can go through the PDF, and still you feel you need to hear me again, you can click on to the link and see the video again and again. And फिर भी अगर आपको ऐसा लगे कि जो सम्स मैंने सेल्फ प्रैक्टिस के लिए दिया है आपको मेरी मदद की ज़रूरत है, यू नीड माई हेल्प, देन यू कैन गिव मी कॉल और यू कैन टेक्स्ट मी इन आवर क्लास ग्रुप, 7th standard group. Is that clear? Let's move on to the word problem. Question number 4. A two-wheeler covers a distance of 55.3 km in 1 liter of petrol. How much distance will it cover in 10 liters of petrol? Okay, very simple. Distance covered by a two-wheeler in 1 liter petrol, that's 55.3 km. Now distance covered by it in 10 liters of petrol, so 10 multiplied by 55.3. So you can see the calculation, and we have got 553 kilometers. Here we come with product of two decimal numbers. Very simple it is. You just have to do the multiplication as you multiply 2 digits with a single digit number or 2 digits with another 2 digit number, and you have to count the decimal places of both the digits. You can see here 2.5 multiplied by 0.3, right? 25 multiplied by 3 I have done. Count here 1 decimal place and here 1 decimal place, so 1 plus 1, 2 decimal places in all we have, and so in the answer we will count 2 digits from right hand side, 1, 2, and we'll put the point 0.75. okay, And the second way of doing is, I will express the decimal numbers, both the decimal numbers, in the fraction form. 2.5 will be written as 25 by 10 multiplied by 0.3 will be written as 3.10. And what do you get? You get 25 3s are 75 and 75 by 100. 10 10s are 100. 2 zeros tells you it should have 2 decimal places after decimal point. So 1, 2 and then you put the point 0.75. Two methods, both the methods are there in front of you. You can follow any one of it. Here we come with the sixth sum directly. See 11.2 multiplied by 0.15. So 1 decimal place in 11.2 and 2 decimal places in 0.15. So total how many decimal places are there? 1 plus 2 equal to 3. Right? So here you can see I have multiplied this one. You can see 112 I have multiplied with 15. I have started multiplying with the digits place. 5 2s are 10, 5 1s are 5 plus 1 6. Okay, and then I have taken the tens place. So 112 divided by 10. Why? Because there is 1 decimal place, so I have divided by 10 multiplied by 0.15, 2 decimal places, so you will divide by 100. So your question is solved out. How much, what we have to put in the denominator place to remove the decimal point. Thing is that while you remove the decimal point, you have to check the decimal places. Here you have 1 decimal place, so put 10. You have 2 decimal place, put 100 in the denominator place. Then multiply 112 with 15, and now you have 10 into 100, you have 1000. 3 zeros in the denominator place, and finally you will count 3 digit from right hand side of the number and put the decimal point 1 2 3 point. So 1.680. Okay, otherwise the way I told you, multiply 112 with 15 in the simple way we do it, and then count the decimal places. Here 1 and here 2. 1 plus 2 equal to 3. So 3 decimal places, 1 2 3, and you put the point 1.680. This way you have to calculate rest of the sums, and so you have 3rd, 4th, 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th for self practice. Very simple. You can see 0.5 multiplied by 0.05. So what I did, 5 5s are 25. 1 decimal place over here, 2 decimal place over here, total 3 decimal place. So 1 2 3 point 0.025.